What's up, degenerates? Mad Merrigan here for Cold Bear Sports. Right, lads, I thought I'd preview the Galway Hurdle for you and maybe have a look at the Garden Stakes in Goodwood and the Fillies Group 1 there as well. So we'll come to that in a minute. But let's just go to the Galway Hurdle. What a race this is, right? Let's, I suppose, start at the top. We have Saldy here, ridden by Patrick Mullins. Definitely a classy horse, been campaigned at the highest level throughout his career, and it's definitely an interesting running. He probably would appreciate a little bit more rain to slow down some of the speedier types, but class is class, and this horse is only 7, so I wouldn't mind him getting bet in Ascot the last day. I really thought he looked in good spirits in Listowel. Maybe you could say the ground was too quick for him in Ascot, but you could also say maybe the run just came too soon after a dominant performance, and he just looked like a horse that was never at home in Ascot, whether that be the ground or whether it would be a quick return, because the horse that ran in Listowel really loved the job, really bounded everywhere, and the horse that ran in Ascot was kind of going nowhere anywhere. But anyway, definitely a lively outsider at 14 to 1. Number 2, we have Soul Pretender. This is a really nice 7-year-old horse, just a likeable horse. He's lightly raced, he's trained by Norman Lee, and I like him today. He's around the 14 to 1, but I see he's after being clipped into 10s, and no doubt he could be burning up the pace. You'd be thinking getting the 7 off. He was placed in this race a couple of years ago off 11 stone 8. With Mikey O'Connor 7 off today, he carries 10 stone 12. So this horse could definitely run a big race today, but it is a very deep race. Milkwood travels over, the Scottish champion hurdle winner for Sam Twiston Davis and Neil Mulholland, so he's a horse on the up, and who knows where he could stop improving. Then we have Belfast Banter, the Thief. He raced in Ireland for a while. It took him a while to get the hang of things. How many times did this horse throw races away by either pulling too hard or just being quirky? But fair play to Peter Fahey and Kevin Sexton. They seem to have got this horse really sweet when he won in Cheltenham, and then he went on and won, of course, the Grade 1 in Aintree and looked pretty dominant doing both of them. He had a lightweight in the county hurdle, but still he made it look easy, came through the field really well and won really well at the line. So he's definitely an improver. He's only a 6-year-old, and let's see if he can transform his good form in the UK back on to Ballybrit soil. Right, Burning Victory, you all know this one. She won the Triumph Hurdle, I think. She was a lucky winner when Jamie Moore's horse fell at the last. I think she picked up the pieces that day. Now, Jack Foley gets 7 off. She's definitely interesting because she's only going to have about, I suppose, 10 stone 5, which is a very lightweight for a Triumph Hurdle winner if you think about it. But it's kind of the case for a lot of Grade 1 winners. Belfast Banter has less than 11 stone. Sky Ace has 10-9. So it's a really interesting race. Burning Victory, she might lack the know-how for a race like this. She'll have to jump a lot better than she usually does. And can she hold a posse? Maybe. She's a year older, or she's certainly half a year older and a bit wiser. Selden Age, Willie Mullins, Paul Townend takes the ride here now. This is interesting. 10 stone 10, JP McManus as well. Promised to be better than he's shown, but definitely ran well the last day. Annexation, Hugh Morgan, Henry de Bromhead having a really nice time of things. You couldn't write off any of these horses. Yesterday again, he was flying. Call Me Lyrene. This is a handy little horse, but he was 1-3 and he fell away a bit. So it's interesting that he came back to some bit of really decent form in the handicap. I think it was at Fairyhouse he finished second, because I kind of thought he'd gone off the boil a bit. He'd won his first 3, then he kind of struggled. But definitely in handicap company could be interesting. Jack Kennedy, Cape Gentleman. This is definitely a decent horse. Kevin Brogan over to ride him. And we know Joe Value liked him each way. And I think a really good jockey booking. Draw a line through Ascot. I think he just got caught down a little far back and the pace wasn't that genuine. Hannon, you have Darragh O'Keefe riding for Thomas Gibney. So Thomas Gibney having a really impressive year. Same for our next trainer, John Hanlon, the Shark, Sky Ace and Jodie McGarvey. What a year they've had. Those days are gone. Then we have Philip Burns taking the ride here for Cottles Burns. Definitely could run okay at a massive price. Jesse Evans looked the part one time. I think he got beaten a couple of times since, but definitely okay. Tudor City, I think he's a former winner of the race. I might be wrong, but I think he won it a couple of years ago. under Robbie Power. Yeah, he did, I think, under Robbie Power. So he got a really good ride that day and delivered him on time to win. Eclair de Beaufort, definitely a horse that runs well in handicap hurdles. And you wouldn't write him off fully, but is he good enough to trouble these? But he has been there or thereabouts in good handicaps at Cheltenham and things like that. But this is a very good race. Then we have the Sophanine. Dunamiler takes the ride here for Dennis Hogan. Magic Tricks. Winner takes it all. This is the horse Joe Value got a massive touch off in Bellewstown. And yeah, he's siding with him today. 13-2. Hearts or trumps. So really good each way bet today. 10 stone 1. Simon Torrance getting 3 off. Hopefully the rain stays away and he's a big player. So it's a really interesting race. For me, I'm going to give a shout out each way to Soul Pretender. And I think he can run well, and I know Joe Value is very sweet on Winner Takes It All. I'll have a look at him each way. Mickey D gave us, whose was Mickey D's each way? Lads, I can't remember. We had a chat last night, but Mickey D fancied a couple each way. He's going to kill me now. But anyway, he can text them into me and I'll put them on the description. But I know Soul Power, definitely he mentioned, or Soul Pretender, he mentioned him, and I think he mentioned a couple of other ones. But anyway, I'll get them. Hopefully he'll text them on to me and I'll put them on the thing. Right, so that's just the Galway Hurdle. Look, I think if Soul Pretender gets out on the front end, he could control the race, could be hard to beat. Definitely a likeable horse, unexposed at 2 mile. And Winner Takes It All has to be a massive player. Sky Ace, a grade 1 winner, 10 stone 9. Belfast Bander, look lads, I could make a case for every one of them in this race. You know, the connections that win this, they'll be over the moon. It just looks so hard on paper, but what a race it's going to be. Another horse I just want to give a mention to there today, Gin Online. She's been absolutely dynamite. Let's hope she can put in a good display. What time is she running, lads, today? She is running today, I'm sure. If she's not, I'm gone bananas. Yeah, she is. So Gin Online in the 5:45, definitely a filly on the up, or a mare on the up, and been absolutely burning up the turf, jumping like a buck. And I think she'll take all the beating today. Very interesting race. Fan de Blues there as well, the Ferryman. But this filly has done nothing wrong, and I expect a good performance from her today. And I think whatever, if anything finishes in front of it, that'll win. This filly's going to be right there. And I think she can get it done. Right, let's head over to Goodwood, so and we'll just touch on the two, the Group 3 and the Group 1 for the fillies. So we have the 3 o'clock at Goodwood, the John Pearce Racing Garden Stakes, Group 3, over a mile and just shy of a yard or two of a mile and a half. Right, you all know about a horse here I napped up for the Derby trial when he was the outsider, Third Realm. He won at 16-1 for us that day. He was the outsider of the field all morning, but I really loved this horse ever since he won his maiden. I could just see he was doing enough wrong and hit the line really strong, and it's always a good sign when a horse hits the line really strong, especially in the likes of Nottingham and places when they've done enough wrong, because I know horses can stay on, but this horse didn't stay on. He won. He went on and won. So it's something to look out for. Sometimes you see horses in Nottingham and you see them doing enough wrong and they stay on and they finished third and you go, oh, he'll win the next day. Well, I knew when he stayed on and went away and won, I knew then he was very good. And yeah, being by Sea the Stars as well, and just the camp he came out. Look, we were unlucky in the Derby. We were on him anti-post at 100-1, but he runs today. I can talk about him now because I've given him out to the service. I hope all my followers are on. And yeah, we tipped him up at 7-2. He's now 15-8 favourite, and I expect a big performance from this horse. He's just a classy individual, and forget about the Derby. He was slow away from a bad draw, and he just got a bit rushed in the first couple of furlongs. He just needed a chance to recover from that, and he never got it. And it's just, today hopefully will go a lot smoother. Wordsworth is definitely the interesting horse. He stays well, but he won't have the class of Third Realm. Yeah, Bear, definitely a very good horse, but I think he's better on better ground. Ottoman Empire, definitely interesting for Johnny Murta, but he'll have to step up to trouble. Youth Spirit was decent in Chester, looked good enough, but lacks the class of these. Sir Lucan definitely needs to step up massive. Alias and for Ralph Beckett and Hector Crouch. Oisin Murphy takes the ride is on Bella Loco, or I won't even try and pronounce it, Bellaccio maybe, something like that. But anyway, I think Third Realm is a really good horse. Like I said, all my followers are already on, so I can talk about him now, but I really think we're going to see a real performance here from a very decent horse. And yeah, I think he's one of the best staying 3-year-olds around, and I hope he shows it today. He's just a horse. We had a real good touch off him when he won the Derby trial, and he put away the Derby winner, and he put him away well. And I expect much of the same today. I expect dominance in this race today. I know Wordsworth will be trucking on, but he won't have the gear change at the end of this race, this horse has. Right, if all going well. Right, Joan of Arc heads the betting here at 15-8 for Aidan O'Brien, and then we have as Ardaria. This is some filly, lads, for William Buick and James Franshaw. However, she is best probably on a sounder surface, and it is drying out at Goodwood, but she'd probably like it quicker. Lady Borntop, definitely interesting on the step up the trip, but she's a 5-year-old, and she hasn't won a Group 1 yet, but I'm sure on her last couple of runs she will be a big player today, definitely a big player. And then we have Empress Josephine, the winner of the Irish Guineas, disappointed the last day. Zadaya, this is interesting enough at a big price. The Roger Varian one as well. Looked pretty good at one stage. Technique definitely has to step up, but she was highly thought of at the start of the season. Look, Adiaria, it's worrying for me at the minute. She came back and she looked like she had a brilliant comeback run behind Love, and Armory was third, but that form has just fell apart. Now I know Love is a special filly, but when Love won in Ascot, she dominated the race, and now she's come out since and disappointed, albeit in a massive race in the King George. But you had Armour came out, he ran okay in York, but I don't know, maybe she's a good filly, but maybe would like it quicker, and I think there might be targets later down the line for her. Lady Bowtop, can't see why she's drifting. She's been rock solid. She's definitely, she should hit the line strong today over this trip, and she's interesting. Joan of Arc was a good winner the last day, and I can see why the money's coming for her. It's not a race I can really have a bet in. I'm just going to watch it. I'd like to see Lady Bowtop win it. She's 5-year-old. She's not getting any younger, and she's been very, very consistent. I backed her in Ascot. Actually, she just, it was just a funny race. Frankie was just majestic, and I think Lady Bowtop got rolling way too soon in Ascot, but definitely interesting to see her over the distance, and hopefully she'll get a decent enough pace to aim at. Right, listen, that's it. But as you can see, it's interesting racing. Look, the Galway Hurdle is going to be mouth-watering, and yeah, so is the Nassu, so really interesting to watch. And then we have the Group 3 as well, and yeah, the John Pearce Racing Gordon Stakes, absolutely Third Realm, lads. I promise you, this is the horse. I'm telling you, he is the horse. He just, let's hope all goes well from today, and he can show you what I know he is. Right, the best of luck and enjoy the day. The time for Cotton is over. 3 winners yesterday. Quick mention, I had 4 tips on my Patreon service yesterday. We had a 12-1 winner, we had a 4-1 winner, and a 3-1 winner, and we had a 6-1 placed as well. So what a day on the Patreon service. If you want to sign up to that, lads, don't do it till the first 10 days of each month, because Patreon handles all the payments, and they will they handle all payments on the 1st of every month for the coming month. So don't sign up late in the month, sign up early in the month, get your value. But yeah, we had a massive day Saturday, over 50 points profit Saturday, and I had a 5 points, or not Saturday, yesterday, and the day before I had a 5 points winner advised at 9-2 as well. We had 2 points each way in the 12-1 shot. We had 3 points win on the 4-1 and 3 points win on the 3-1. So what an absolute couple of days. So it just shows you, we hit a quiet week, but it just shows the quality of the selections, and how easy it is to put a bad month wrong in 5 minutes, never mind a bad couple of days. So yeah, really proud of the performance. Yeah, massive. So listen, if you want to sign up to that, don't do it till the first kind of 10 days of each month. So on the 1st of the month, that's when they handle it all. It's a good idea. If you're going to do it, do not sign up late in the month, as you will be charged on the 1st of next month, and I have no control over that. That's how Patreon works. Right, thanks for all the support, and I hope we found you a winner today. Right, best of luck. The time for Cotton is over.